Namaskar. Today I'd like to talk about conscious evolution, how to evolve consciously. According to yogic texts, the goal of human life, goal of human being, is to run after and attain limitlessness. It means the final purpose of our life is supremely positive. Human beings, we are different from all other beings whose minds are dominated by instinct and they're not aware of their existence. In Sanskrit, the word for human being is manusha, a mind preponderant being. So we are aware of our existence. However, sometimes we act in such a way, seeing all the suffering and injustice in the world, some people think actually we're even less evolved than animals because of sometimes our behavior and the way we think. So in this video, I'd like to outline what the yogic texts describe as the 3 levels of human beings, evolutionary levels, and how we can transcend or grow from one to the other. Although we're all the same, we have the 7 billion human beings on this planet, the same body, torso, arms, legs, hands, feet. We're different mentally. And that mental difference is what distinguishes us one from the other. And in the yogic text, the 3 levels are human in animal form, human in human form, human in divine form. I will explain them one by one. So most of us, it's safe to say that we are dominated by sensual pleasures or physical pleasures like animals, eating, sleeping, procreating. And so many of our activities in our leisure time are related to those types of activities, whether it be drinking, smoking, taking drugs, watching TV, video games, playing video games, and gossiping, and so on. And the other time of our life, out of our leisure time, we're normally working and providing food for our family, our dependents, our loved ones. So mostly our whole life is a physically based existence. And some people use their life to harm others, cheat others, exploit others. So this physical-based existence is because our current world philosophies do not point any other direction. They're all materially based. And so we don't have a new way of thinking or a new direction to go otherwise. And this ignorance has led us to the current crises we face on this planet, whether it be climate or energy, water, economics, health, just to name a few. So the yogic texts, they say that when one develops a strong desire to step out of this or to know what's beyond a physical-based existence, a material existence, they start to ask the questions, who am I? Where have I come from? What is my purpose in life? What is this universe? And so on. Otherwise, we remain in this physical level and we live mostly in this way, in varying degrees. Not everybody is exactly the same, but in varying degrees, dominated by sensual and physical pleasures. So when these desires are, that's why in the Ananda Sutram, the text says, Muktaya Kayunkaya Sadguru Prapti. It means when there's a strong desire, a vehement desire for liberation, to know the truth, then that person comes in contact with a true guru, a true preceptor, spiritual teacher, that points the way towards the attainment of limitlessness. So this is a significant moment in the life of that person. They may learn a spiritual technique of meditation. They're introduced to the 10 principles of conscious living, which are in this channel called Yama and Niyama. And they begin to practice their meditation. I remember when I was 19, I was very dissatisfied with the knowledge that I had from my background, my upbringing. And I started to search for more. I had everything. Physically, there was no problem. Mentally, academically, everything was okay. But there was a type of dryness, a type of vacuum or emptiness inside. Something spiritual was missing. And so that caused me to search, looking for more meaning. So I studied Eastern philosophy, and I experimented with drugs to see if there was some answer there also. And one day, when my university friend said, would you like to come to a talk? There's a yogi visiting the university. I said, yeah, let's go. Let's have a look. And then when we went to the talk, everything he said, it was answering many of my questions, and I was really, really satisfied with what he had to say. And from there, I learned meditation, and until today, I'm still practicing that meditation. So this is a significant moment in our life, and we start to live as human beings should, loving others, serving others, loving ourselves, not to be greedy, keeping cleanliness, the 10 yamas and niyamas. Briefly, they are non-injury, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-greediness, non-attachment, and cleanliness, contentment, serving others selflessly, studying and understanding spiritual literature, and meditation on the universal consciousness daily. These are briefly the 10 yamas and niyamas. So as we do meditation, we start, our whole outlook of life changes. Our psychology changes slowly and gradually. We see ourselves in a more meaningful way, and our role becomes more clear, what we should do. So our life takes on a more rich relationship. We're starting to experience nice feelings in meditation, and we feel actually that there's a higher power that guides us and loves us. So this stage is called Virachara, or humans in human form. And it's signified by the word Vira, means brave. So although because we come from that evolutionary status of enjoying sensual and physical pleasures, naturally we have inborn weaknesses. And yoga calls them the Ashtapasha and Satripu. Satripu are the 6 enemies. And they are lust, anger, greediness, blind attachment, jealousy, and pride. And then the 8 bondages, the fetters that keep us bound. And those are shame, hatred, fear, doubt, backbiting, vanity of culture, bondage of lineage, and general vanity. So in this stage, as human beings, we realize we have these weaknesses, but we confront them. We don't allow them to depress us or make us, defeated. We are brave to face them, and we realize that our whole life is the type of journey to replace those negative tendencies and qualities with positive tendencies we all have, because we know that this brings us more peace, more joy, and we're moving towards that state of limitlessness. So as we continue our meditation and all of the other practices that we can learn in this channel, like the yoga asanas, the vegetarian diet, the fasting, the kirtan dance, slowly and gradually, it is a gradual transformation of our mind, the way we think and the way we behave with others. It becomes more refined. And eventually, we reach the third stage, human in divine form. Now, for many people, they think that's impossible to reach. And that's because, there are very few examples today. And even in our world history, there's very few examples. But you can look at it, the reason for this, in 2 ways. One is that because within ourselves, we have this shanka, this doubt. One of the 8 fetters, the doubt. Oh, I'm no good, I'm a sinner, I've made so many mistakes, I have so many defects, I'm not worthy. So this inferiority complex prevents us from thinking that we actually are much greater than what we think we are. And the second reason is that, as a human species on this planet so far, we're lowly evolved. And it could explain why we persecute or kill our world teachers, whether Socrates or Jesus or Buddha or any noble soul that tries to show us a better way to live. So we continue our practices with the meditation and the complementary practices. And human and divine form, it doesn't mean that we stop eating, sleeping, procreating. No, it means we control these instincts. They are not the end of life. They're not the be-all and end-all of life. They are the means to a higher end. So with that control and channelizing of these their natural instincts, which are part of us, we should not kill them or suppress them. We can concentrate more on those higher aspects and those practices that will help us to enjoy and run after limitlessness. And so in the final stage of this meditation and this movement, human and divine form, we start to feel long periods of inner peace. We start to feel that glimpse of limitlessness. And the more we go deeper in meditation, we feel unending peace, unending joy, unending happiness, unending inspiration. So we become assets and activists to create a new society, universal human society, exploitation-free. And actually, when you think about it, although our current situation on the planet is quite grim, there's also never been a greater opportunity than now to step out of this lower level of existence and to step into a higher and more pure level of consciousness. Actually, it's happening silently and visibly all over the world. That is the process that's taking place. So the yogic texts say that this is our birthright. Our birthright is to realize our higher nature, our true self. And so like air, it's free. That's why all the teachings and the practices in this channel are taught for free. So I encourage you to utilize them, learn them, practice them, and move joyously along this path, which is truly noble and joyous. Thank you. Namaskar.